Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Fred Speaks. I pray this podcast finds you in the best of health and spirits. And I want to encourage everyone to continue to take the necessary precautions to wash your hands and wear your face mask during this pandemic. I would like to start off with reading a scripture for this podcast. It's found in Ecclesiastes, the 3rd chapter and the 1st verse. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. And I would like to look at two words in that scripture. The first is season. And there's a few definitions that I would like to read. One of the 4 periods of the year: spring, summer, autumn, and winter. For a time, especially a short time, a period of the year when something is best or available. And the other word in that scripture I would like to give the definition is purpose. The reason for which something exists or is done, made, used, etc. And our subject is, for this podcast, it's only a season. It's only a season. And we live in a world of changes, that the several events of time and conditions of human life are vastly different from one another. And yet they always occur, and we're continually passing and repassing between them, as in the revolution of every day and every year. In the wheel of nature, what goes around comes around. That every change concerning us, with the time and the season of it, is controlled by God. And we must take things as they come. And I know that's difficult for many because we don't want to be surprised. We want things to continue to happen as we expect it to. But we must take things as they come. For it is not in our power to change what is appointed for us. And this comes as a reason why, when we have plenty and everything is going the way we desire, we should not be complacent, because we live in a world of changes, and therefore have no reason to say tomorrow shall be as the previous day. The lowest valleys join to the highest mountain. One day we can be on the mountaintop, and then one day we could be in the valley. But yet we should enjoy the good of our labor, but in a humble dependence upon God, neither lifted up with hopes nor cast down with fears, but with evenness of mind, expecting every event. So then, to everything there's a season. Those things which seem opposite of each other, they each will have their turn and come into play. So the things that make you so happy, and then there's things that make you sad. In this life, those things will come around. There'll be something that makes you very happy. But then on the other end of the scale, there's something that will make you very sad. The day will give place to the night, and the night again to the day. Is it summer? It will soon be winter. Is it winter? Wait a while, and it will be summer. Every purpose has its time. The clear sky will be clouded. Joy succeeds sorrow, and the most clouded sky will clear up. The sun will come from behind the cloud. So the things will, it can be dark in your life, but you can rest assured, because it's only a season, that there will be light that will come. You might be going through, and having cloudy days, but soon the sun will come. The sun will come out. The sun will come back. Those things which to us seem most casual, things that a lot of times we don't even think about. We just assume or expect that they're going to happen. But everything is already determined by God. And the very hour of them they're fixed as to when they will happen. Just like, winter and summer, spring and fall, these seasons are already fixed. And just like in our lives, there are things that will happen in our life that we have no control over, that they will come, but they're just for a season. It's only for a season. And we all are creatures that I would call us meaning makers. We want to, have life make sense to us. But this will of nature, this life, it is constantly evolving. It's constantly changing. And in that change, there are things that come about with the change, with the season. And so one day you may be up, but tomorrow you may be down. But you can rest assured that it's only for a season, and that you can have that expectation that the next season will come. But the thing is, we are not exempt, and we can't avoid the seasons. We have to have the expectation that they will come. That, yes, I want joy. I want good things to happen in my life, but my faith in God tells me that it won't be sunshine all the time. There'll be some bad days. There'll be some cloudy days. But one thing I can rest assured is that it's only a season, that it will not last forever, that a new season will come. A new chapter will come in my life. I can expect that because the world, this life that I'm living in is always and is constantly changing. yes, the seasons keep rolling around. So, one day I can be prosperous. I can have a lot of material things. And then just like that, one day I could be homeless or not have anything. But it's only for a season. And the seasons don't last always. The seasons change. So if I'm in the valley, then I can expect that there'll be a time where I can be on the mountaintop. But it's only a season. And sometimes in life, because it seems like we have so many bad things happen to us, but in between there's some good days. There's some good that'll come around. But us as human beings, like I said earlier, we want life to make sense to us. But the thing about it is we have to realize is that there is a supreme power that has everything in his control. And we have to trust that he has our best interests at heart, that if he allowed it to happen, he has a purpose in it. He has a purpose in it. And the purpose, we may not understand the purpose, but he has a purpose that through all the changes and everything that we have to go through, the ups and the downs, that our trust and confidence remains intact, that we still trust him, that we still believe in him, because he has a purpose in it. And a lot of times we don't understand why, and we can't make sense of it. But God is letting us know it's just for a season. If you can just hold out and you can endure, if you can go through the heat, if you can go through the summer, there's fall that's coming. There's winter that's coming. There's spring. But you got to be able to go through the seasons. And there's no way, you may have had a 10-year span where it seemed like everything was great in your life. But that was just for a season. Now you're faced with something. So now you're in a different season. But rest assured, it's only a season. That if you don't give up, if you don't faint, you don't quit, that it'll come back around, that you will have some sunshine, that you'll have some joy, some peace. But don't think it's strange that you're in this life and you have to go through things. God never promised us that every day would be perfect and great, and he never promised us that. But one thing he did promise us is that he would never leave us, that he would be with us always. So then, no matter what the season is, we have to trust that God is with us. I don't need a God that's only with me when I'm on the mountaintop. But I need a God that's with me when I get in the valley. I don't need a God that's just with me when it's sunny and everything is bright and great in my life. But I need a God that is with me when things are dark, when it seems like it's hopeless. It seems like there's no reason to continue to go on. I need to know that there's a God that is with me no matter which season I'm in. But I wanted to do this podcast because I wanted to let others know that no matter what season you're in, good or bad, just realize it's only a season. And in the will of nature, the will of life, it will come around that you will experience the different seasons. But don't be, have your hope that it's always going to be nice and sunny in your life. You'll have a moment to enjoy the good days and, and have things that you want and accomplish things that you want. But just keep in mind that there's a season that is coming that it may not be pleasant. But just know with assurance, though, it's only a season. And so for everybody that wants to make sense of life, I will leave this with you. The only way that you can have peace in this life is that you have to be able to put your trust in the one that is in control of everything. I don't care what it looks like in the world and everything that is happening at this time in the world. All kinds of issues going on. And we're in this world, and the different things in this world affect us. But we must put our trust in him who is in control of everything. Trust me, he knows everything that is going on right now. It's not nothing that he doesn't know about. But I want to leave this with you that it's only a season. It's only a season. And I heard someone say many times, this too shall pass. Things that we're going through, it'll pass, and we will have brighter days. But then we can't get comfortable there. We have to realize that we're living in a world of changes. We're living in a world of changes, constant changes. And in that change, there's good times, there's bad times. There's all kinds of things that can happen in this life. But our only consolation, our only thing that we should be hopeful in is in God. So I pray that everyone that is listening in was able to get something out of this podcast. And I would like to encourage you to join us for another episode of Fred Speaks.